And we are live. What's up, YouTube? This is Red Devilosa. Today I've got three friends of mine. Right next to me is Sunny, aka Swish. What's up, Sunny?
So,
In the bottom corner, we got Ed with the Yoda meme.
Yeah,
What's up, Ed?
it's tough. We're one with the force.
Of course. And below me, we got Kareem, aka SoundCloud. What's up, Kareem?
That's good.
This is Scion Review Core number 1, and today we're going to talk Star Wars The Clone Wars, the series finale, along with some other extra Star Wars content. So, right off the bat, how do we feel about Season 7?
it was short.
It was short.
That's it, bro.
I
Yeah, I feel like it.
That's all you had?
No,
Yeah.
it was good, but it was like it could have been like a 20 episode season or something.
Yeah, I already told y'all how I didn't like 3 of the episodes, the ones that had to do with the females. Like
4, but yeah.
there were 4 of them. All right, that's how bad they were. Like I really didn't care about those 4. Like I don't care about like I guess it helped show Ahsoka's journey or whatever, and like her coming back to the Republic because she like saw what they did and like that not all Jedi's do good things for the people or some shit. But it's like I don't care about like these other characters that she became. Like it started with her becoming friends with them. It's like I don't really give a fuck about that shit.
Oh,
What
so
about
you
you,
don't
Kareem?
like the character development?
All right, since I like watched it all like in a binge, it was actually a pretty good break from all the action because there was like a whole bunch of action in the beginning, and like it was like a break from the action so that they could like develop some character. Like
Yeah, I
so,
can see
it
that.
was
I can see that.
actually
like
a
that.
welcome change. So
But
I liked it.
I mean, that's how because you saw it all in this thing. I saw it week by week.
That's what
So
I'm
it's like,
saying. Yeah,
I'm waiting.
Yeah.
that's
for a
why
week.
seeing it week by week is not it. That's what I
That's
was
how it's
telling you.
intended, though. Like,
So,
like
just
No.
to let other people know, just to let other people know that this is a spoiler for Star Wars: The Clone Wars. I forgot to mention that before we started talking, but yeah.
Kareem, I just feel like it was set up for it to be seen week by week, and I get into this week waiting to see the show, and I see Ahsoka and trapped in a jail for like the entire episode with these fucking 2 girls, and then they get out and then they go back. I don't care about that shit. All right, like come on.
Nah, I like that.
And
I
then,
like that arc better than the
she
two
could have
girls.
escaped, but then she didn't want to use the Force. Like what the
No,
fuck?
bro. It was a good way to pace
Story.
the series since it
Yeah.
was only 12 episodes so that like you could have like some what's it called some peace before like everything went to shit, just to show that still stuff was like life was still moving on, and then all of a sudden like it was like it just went crazy like
I
with Order
think this
66
arc,
afterwards.
could have benefited from maybe 2 episodes because I feel like the 4 episodes kind of made it too long, if you know what I mean. Like, especially since like episode 3, they start off in the jail, they do some shit, and then they come right back to the jail again by the end of the episode. So I felt like it could have been like maybe 2 episodes. But I see what you mean, Kareem.
I felt like nothing was fucking accomplished. Like they still think that like I guess their image on Jedi is changed, but it's like Ahsoka didn't really learn anything. Like because she already was like outside of like the Jedi Order, and she already felt her ways about it. It didn't their experience with the girl, like the sisters, like the Jedi telling them that like the May the Force be with you and all that dumb shit when their parents died. Like that didn't change Ahsoka's view on it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just kind of like
I mean,
insult to injury.
for me, it was like it was like a reminder of who Ahsoka was, because like low key, I haven't watched
Yeah.
that series in a while, so like that's the thing.
Yeah, the
But I
last
could
time we
see,
had Clone Wars in general was 6 years ago on Netflix.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Now I actually like that arc because it gave like a reason for Ahsoka to help get Mandalore back.
Yeah, exactly. And it actually gave a reason for her to sort of like come back and help the Jedi Order, even though like
Yeah.
I mean, well, you kind of know based
he
on
had
her
already
speech
said, "I'm not
she was
helping
going to do that
y'all."
regardless.
I mean, but they gave a good reason why though. Like it wasn't just out the blue. Like okay, sure. Like they actually like convinced her to do so based on the actions she made for them.
I suppose. That's still the worst arc in there. You guys can't. That's still the worst arc in there.
So, Sonny,
I
you
mean,
were
I
saying
didn't
something
say it
about
wasn't.
the first arc.
The first one with the clones that was tough though. Like, and then we found out what happened to Rex's old soldier and shit, like old not old, old
Echo.
friends and shit like that. And the whole
Oh yeah,
Bad Batch
Echo.
arc was solid. Like,
You know, the thing about the Bad Batch, it reminded me of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because like these like four characters, they like pretty much had a Raph, a Leonardo, Michelangelo, and Donatello. So I thought that was pretty cool. But like it would have been, I guess it would have been interesting to see like what would the Bad Batch have done when the Order 66 happened, because we don't really know after the end of the show happened. You know what I mean?
I mean, to be in Star Wars Rebels, like when Rex is with those three other people, like who are those people? Are those just his squad mates? Like, did they also not, like, you know what I'm saying?
There were like two other commanders. I think one was Wolf, and there was another commander as well.
I suppose. I mean, oh god, what, they can't focus on everything. Like they focus mainly on Ahsoka's journey during the Order 66 shit. So
Yeah,
I mean, I think that was the point.
Yeah, I feel like it
I'd
was
say that was
fitting.
because I think like yeah, I think like going from Revenge of the Sith, we know what happens to the rest of the guys. So I think they wanted to make it more from another point of view,
It was
like
Ahsoka and Captain
Ahsoka
Rex.
and Rex. Yeah,
Yeah,
because I think that the first arc for the Bad Batch was kind of like showing Rex's ability of working with other people, like maybe people who don't follow the same way of life as he does, but it kind of gives him more freedom, especially in the end where Rex has that like it was pretty heartbreaking seeing like him crying about him saying like he has to kill his brothers because they're going to kill him anyway. It kind of made him from a clone to like a individual man. So that's what I really liked about Rex this whole season, basically.
I felt like it was him becoming like an individual like the entire season. Like, in order for him to get along with the Bad Batch, like they're all individuals in their own right because they're like defected or whatever, or like they have like good defects or whatever. And like
Yeah,
it took him a chance because like he's always been the leader, but it took him a chance to like sit back and like see how it's done in order to understand like what it is to actually lead. You
right.
know what I'm saying? So
So the Bad Batch, how do we feel about Echo's return?
uh I mean, unless he had something to do with Order 60. Did he have anything to do with Order 66? Did I miss that?
They didn't
not
really
really.
show anything
They
with the
didn't
Bad
show
Batch
I
in
know
it.
he was like he had like all the they were like using the battle strategies from his head or something like that. But like outside of that, I guess it was like I mean again that wasn't really one of my favorite characters. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yeah, I didn't
I
really
didn't
care.
hate him, but
Yeah.
he wasn't like relevant like
Yeah,
up until he got captured. Like
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let some footage of the trailer run while we're talking. If that's all right. So yeah, when we get to
she was
all the
mad
stuff.
annoying, bro. I'm not gonna
Who?
hold you. That bitch, I don't know her name. She was mad annoying. Like obviously, like I can't do anything without like I have to work. She understands about the Jedi Council. This isn't her first encounter with them. Of course, like I know her sister died, and so she's like biased and shit. But it's like, come on, cause you know I can't just do shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you mean Bo-Katan?
Yeah.
Uh,
Because she wanted them to act immediately on Dark Maul or whatever, and he's like, I have to
right.
go to the council, and it's like, come on, you know that fucking shit. Like that's not her first encounter with the fucking Jedi. I don't know what she expected. Like, come on.
I mean, that's what she said. She said she expected them to do nothing.
Yeah.
No, but
Right.
then I guess she didn't because she was expecting them to actually do shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like because
Then
she thought she
No,
said
she
thought it was
wanted them.
useless.
She wanted them. She was like hoping, but she was like, nah. Like, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna do anything anyways. It was
right.
Ahsoka who convinced her. They even
Yeah.
like said that to have her ask.
I suppose. And then
Yeah, like
this whole shit, like the whole shit right here, like the first episode of the the first episode of the Bad Batch, or not the first episode of the Sisters arc, when it's like that whole like junkyard shit, and it's so like he has to find pieces to a gun. Like that's annoying. I don't like that at all. Like that has nothing. I know it makes them like it ensures their like friendship or whatever, but it's like we don't need that shit. Come on, like that's like I really just don't like that arc. I'm sorry.
This man just was about that action.
Yes, nigga. Like
I mean, I feel like it was a welcome change because of the way I watched it. I binge watched it, so like it was actually a welcome change.
I actually like that.
Yeah. So you should have just waited for all the episodes to come out.
You're right, because like that is like one thing, like just to let other people know. Shaq and I, which is Ed here, yeah. Ed and I, like we saw the show week by week, and Kareem and Sonny, they binged the whole show. And one thing that I noticed, especially with my brother and I, when we watched it week by week, the last episode of the entire arc, we felt like that was like the weakest episode of the four. But like, I think it was because we kind of expected more, mainly because of the week by week thing. But when I watched it again, like the whole four arcs and in a binge, like a movie, it was way better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I think like for
I was saying this is like a problem with the last one. Like it didn't really really show like the descent. Like I mean like it's probably because we're like as much as niggas don't like the Revenge of the Sith movie, like I actually enjoyed it a lot. And like especially one of my favorite scenes like on no freak shit is when he kills the Padawans and shit. But
all right.
To me that part is just like it's just retarded. I don't understand how even
it's like basically it's like everything is good. And then Ahsoka gets the little message in the Force that Anakin kills Mace Windu, and then it's like okay, Order 66. It was like kind of rushed towards the end, but like you know what I'm saying?
That was the point, though. It was something that just happened. It wasn't something that completely caught everybody off guard.
I know, but
that's how all the Jedi were. How all the Jedi died.
It's like maybe because like Revenge of the Sith focused on Anakin. So
exactly.
And like him killing Mace Windu. I mean, him killing Count Dooku, and like what's called then him like
the dark side tendencies.
So we got to see more of that. I just you know what I'm saying, like obviously it's a Ahsoka story, but like I think
you wanted to see more Anakin's descent.
A little like not like we know enough for the movie. Like we don't need to see we don't need to see him slaughter the Padawans, but like seeing that whole situation with Windu, like that would have been cool. I'm not gonna hold you, but
I mean, yeah, that's true. That would have been kind of cool to see him like with Windu again. But the thing is, to me, like he seemed kind of unhinged, but he didn't seem like somebody who would murder like all the Padawan, even right before he left.
I think like
you know what I mean?
Of the scene that happened in Revenge of the Sith, I think like the point was like to show that he was so desperate to save Padme's life that it like he was really hoping that Emperor Palpatine would have the way to save her from dying. But I guess one problem that is pretty clear is we don't really get to see too much of the struggle. Like we do see him cry, like after like killing all those Padawan and then killing the Separatists. Like we see him reacting to that. But I guess what you're saying, Shaq, is like we don't really see that descent. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, we don't see the descent. And then again, we saw her one time. I didn't even see her in the series. Like we saw her one time.
Oh, Padme.
When she was pregnant. I didn't see her at all, bro. Like I know she's like if I were to never see Revenge of the Sith, I wouldn't know who Padme Amidala is in this season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I guess that's another benefit. We watch the prequels and then we see the show. We kind of can fill the gaps ourselves.
Yeah, and then also like you know who Padme is because of the Clone Wars. She's in the whole thing like throughout.
I know, basically. but what I don't remember. Was she pregnant in season 6?
I don't know. Season 6 like went off on a tangent, bro. It went on like
season 6 focused a little bit more on Yoda, Fives, and
Yeah, it was weird.
Encyclopedias.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like if you see the trailer, you see Padme is like pregnant and like I knew
Yeah.
like all right, that's kind of a jump. Like Anakin didn't pull out that quick. That's hard, but like
I guess.
I mean, we already knew that was gonna happen though. Like it wasn't
okay,
interesting
but
to me
that's
because
what I'm
I
saying.
already
Like,
knew that she was gonna be pregnant and then she was gonna die. Like that's something that's gonna happen.
I know
Yeah.
you know because we've seen the movies. There's some people that haven't seen the movies.
Hmm.
You're expected to have seen the movies if you're watching what
No, there's some. No,
7
I have
seasons of
friends
the
that just
Clone Wars.
like I have friends that just watched the show because it was on Cartoon Network. It wasn't like
And anyways, you don't need to watch the movies to actually know what happened.
the whole
Because
reason he goes to the dark side is to save Padme. If we don't even
I
know who
didn't
Padme is or
I
what her
didn't
his
watch I
relationship,
didn't watch listen, I didn't watch the movie, but I know what happened. Like, cause I watched the end of the movie, but I didn't know what was happening because I was young. But the thing is, I already know what happened, and I'm not watching that movie again because it was garbage to me. That shit was
All right.
stupid.
Revenge of the Sith.
Yes,
Hmm.
I don't know about how
it didn't make sense to me, bro. I'm
how
sorry.
did Revenge of the
The
Sith not
fight with
make sense?
Obi-Wan. The fight with Obi-Wan was pretty good, but like just the fact that Anakin was just went crazy out of nowhere. Like to me, it just seemed out of
It was
nowhere. It
that's
was
the whole
just
point.
like,
It wasn't out of nowhere. The whole movie was focused around his character.
bro,
Yeah.
No,
it doesn't
no,
matter.
a lot of people don't like that movie because people don't like Hayden Christensen's acting or whatever. They don't
No,
they
it's
don't like the actor.
no, it's not. It's not even. I mean, the actor was he was garbage too. But that's not even the point. Like
But like that's the whole story is part around his like Anakin's descent into the dark
I
side.
know,
So
but
obviously,
it was done badly. That's what I'm saying. They could have done it way better than what they actually did.
Yeah, they could have.
The way that they created the story was kind of nonsensical to me. That's just me though.
the Force, nigga. Like, what do you?
I
All
don't
right.
care about that force. Give me an actual reason to understand why he actually changed like that. Like
He
just
changed.
because
He
one
changed.
lady just because one lady's dying like that doesn't mean you got to go ahead and kill like 20 something children. Like it doesn't make sense to me. I'm sorry. I don't care.
Isn't that what the Emperor said he had to do or some shit like that? Soham?
Yeah, but why
That
is he
is what he
trusting?
told him
Why
to
is he
do.
trusting the emperor so like that? Like it didn't make
Because
sense.
I don't think you understand. You remember? It was another movie when he saw his mother got taken by the Tusken Raiders and she
I
died.
know. I know
You
what
know
But the
when
thing
happened.
that
about like
movie-
Anakin, the thing about Anakin's journey, like in Attack of the Clones and a little bit of Revenge of the Sith, is we see that he has a relationship with Palpatine, and he trusts
Yeah, but it
Palpatine
wasn't.
as a
The thing is,
friend, but it
it
wasn't.
wasn't fleshed out. That's the thing.
Nah, but
Like
Yeah,
here's
if
what happened. He lost faith in the Jedi Council throughout the whole episode 3, and you see the
yeah,
same thing in the Clone Wars. Like he's like, they don't
yeah, I
really
know.
trust him like that, and that also
Well,
like
I mean,
caused him to.
the thing is, and also they act like they don't trust him, but they trusted him enough to spy on Palpatine. Like that doesn't make any sense. If you're suspecting somebody to be like the Sith Lord, and then you're out here telling Anakin to spy on him, even though you know that he's a great friend, like that shit doesn't make any sense to me at all. But okay,
I think for
that
them
was
it would be odd to have like another Jedi go in and try to spy on Palpatine, because like
nah.
at
I'm pretty
least the Jedi know that Anakin was a friend of Palpatine. I don't know. Well, that's just me. But I mean, it's fine. It's totally fine. I mean, I'd prefer it over the sequels by a long shot, where like Rey is just having all
Oh
these
no,
powers
no,
and
no,
she,
those are terrible. We're not even
those are
gonna get
terrible.
into those. Yeah, we're not
Yeah.
even gonna get into those.
Because I saw an article of someone saying that like that Ahsoka was a Mary Sue, but Rey is not, and that's like ridiculous to me. Because like at least Ahsoka, like we started out like a lot of people hated Ahsoka in the beginning of like the movie and then the first 2 seasons, but then you eventually get to grow up with Ahsoka in these 12 years, and she develops her character. But like Rey, she's already powerful from the beginning of the franchise, and she's like Jesus at the end of the franchise. It's ridiculous to me.
I
But
mean,
that's a small tangent on Ray, but we're not going to talk about it. Huh?
that bloodline though, that bloodline hard.
Oof, that stupid bloodline. All
It
right.
doesn't matter.
How'd y'all feel about Dark Maul's
You
inclusion
still.
in like the last arc? And like, did you feel like it was needed?
I feel like.
I liked it. It was tough.
Yeah,
Especially
I feel like it was actually a really
Sam
good
Witwer
inclusion.
is
I
Yeah, I
liked
like
it.
it.
Yeah.
fantastic
Yeah.
job in fleshing out Maul with the voice, and then he's also Star Killer in
Yeah,
the Force Unleashed games, and
exactly.
he just did a phenomenal job giving Maul that depth and character that because like in the prequels, like I enjoyed Maul for what he was, but the thing was like he just didn't do enough. But like I still enjoyed Maul like as a physical presence and the physical battle against Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. But like
You mean Liam Neeson?
the Clone Wars was a great way to like flesh the character out, making him as a more like cunning and manipulative, but also a savage person, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, what he
Yeah.
What were you
did.
saying, Shaq?
What he did. I'm talking about Liam Neeson sins, and uh, I really fuck with that fight scene when she sets him free, and he's using like the parts of the ship to like block bullets and like slash clone trooper. That shit was hard. You can't say that shit was not hard.
That was hard.
And the only thing I
Oh,
don't like is when so like I understand the force. Like you remember when she sedates Rex. Like it's like the Order 66 happens. She sedates Rex, and then what you call she finds the chip in his brain, and then she does surgery on him, and then like 5 seconds later he's able to get up and shoot, and like be cognizant enough to shoot at like two people with his blasters. Like I know like she used the force, and I know they have like advanced technology, but come on, cuz an invasive surgery like that, you're not gonna be able to shoot in like 5 seconds after it's done, right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know
yeah,
what you're saying. But I was surprised too. I was like, what the hell? How is he up
And I know the
already?
whole point was like to show that like he's on her side again or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But like, come on, like we just went
from a
inside your
logical
brain and
standpoint, it
took
doesn't
a
make
chip
sense.
out.
But like
No, I thought
That
she
was
was gonna
hard.
like carry him out of there.
That's what I thought too.
after the surgery,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sonny.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that. I mean, like, what I enjoyed about it was the reaction he did after he shot his brothers, like how it broke him to do that. But yeah, I can definitely see that. It was probably not a logical thing. Like, how can you go through surgery and then all of a sudden
And think
get
about
up?
it. When they first scanned his brain, they couldn't find it because it was so deep in his brain. She had to use the force in order to find it. Like,
Now it was
Yeah, and
hidden
then
because of the force. I think. I think it was hidden more how
yeah.
deep it
Yeah, it
was.
was hidden.
right,
Because it didn't seem like when they showed it on the scan, it just seemed like it was on the outside, but they just couldn't see it at first.
and then they brought in that dialogue from Rogue One. I'm one with the Force is with me. That way she could find it. But I don't know. I guess a little cheesy, but
Yeah, it was kind of weird to me. I was like, what the hell
Yeah.
is he doing?
I don't think she needed to do that.
Yeah, exactly. They could have just found the chip and been on with it. To be honest.
yeah. I guess it was just it was their way to like build tension of the scene,
Yeah.
especially since like they were already cutting through the door, and then. But yeah. Let's see.
But overall, like
Kareem.
wait, you want me to say what I was gonna say, or
Yeah, go ahead.
are
Go
you gonna
ahead.
change the topic?
No. Go ahead.
All right. Nah, cause all right, we're still talking about like the last scenes, right? Like the ending, like Order 66.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're talking about the last arc now with the
Wait,
Order 66
we're
and the Siege of Mandalore.
still talking about Order
Sorry,
66,
you're kind of
right?
cutting.
Your internet's fucking up, little nigga.
Yeah, we're talking about Order 66.
I feel like it's because of the thingy. Can you still hear me?
Now you're good now. Or what were you
All
saying?
right. No, I was saying that I feel like it's the way that they finished it was pretty good, especially the way they added Maul in the end, because like it gave a reasonable way for Ahsoka to escape, but it also kind of made sense the way that Maul was going crazy towards the end, and he was like, "Bruh, they all finna die." Like I like that
Yeah,
touch towards
that really hit me too. It's like
it.
the pain in the voice of Maul, like when we're all going to die, like you don't understand, we're all going to burn, like that just like watching that for the first time, it was like you really felt like the impact of what Order 66 is about to do.
My
he pretty
question is, like,
yeah, exactly.
I don't know if they did this just because Maul's an asshole. But when she asked him what's going on, and he said he doesn't know, but then he also says, "I'm surprised you're alive." Like, you obviously know what the fuck. Like, maybe he
No.
felt it in the Force. Maybe he felt all these Jedi things in the. I don't know. I don't know if that's possible, but like, he definitely knew what the fuck was going on. I don't
Now
know
he
how
didn't know the
Ahsoka
clones
didn't
are
pick
gonna
that up.
switch.
Like I think
Well, like,
like
he knew.
when we saw Emperor Palpatine like destroying the shit out of Savage and Maul, I think in season 5, then like I think like in at the end of the episode, like Emperor Palpatine, like Darth Sidious told like Maul that like about what he's going to do, and I think I think how Maul described it in the episode with Ahsoka is like, I know that Sidious is the one who is manipulating everything, but he doesn't understand what exactly is going to cause the downfall for the Republic. But then when he had the Force, when the Order 66 was happening, and it was the clones that was betraying the Jedi, then he realized how brilliant the plan was uh, in like having the army of the Republic turn against the Jedi, which I guess was a nice touch to have for the season.
Yeah.
And then also the the fight scenes at the end, they were good. I thought they were good.
Yeah, the fight
Yeah.
scene with Ahsoka and Maul, that one was tough.
Yeah, the
Everything with the
Ahsoka and Maul fight. Apparently, this is like the first fight in the Clone Wars series where they actually used
Yeah.
mocap. So like they actually used Ray Park, the original actor of Phantom Menace, Darth Maul, and they used him to basically do the movement of the Maul fight. And I thought because like this type of fight was like it felt more fluid in terms of the animation and how it was easily connecting in the scene. So I thought like that was a great. It was also great to see Ray Park come back for his role as Darth Maul. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
How'd y'all feel about that? Fuck was the two Mandalorians fighting on that elevator. That was tough too.
The elevator fight, yeah.
Yeah, the elevator fight was tough, and like him getting captured and like him spazzing, it was actually hilarious.
Right.
All right, so we got to talk about the last scene with him like seeing like like the Ahsoka helmets like in the
Yeah,
snow
I got
or
it.
whatever.
Yeah, let me pull it up. Oh, not that one. My bad. Yeah, this was a great way to end the show, where it's like a great way to like as an epilogue for Revenge of the Sith, where you see Vader, the lightsaber, and then the helmet. I thought it was a great way to end the show. What about you guys?
I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah.
basically like it's like basically she's like renouncing his his teaching, right, or whatever.
Yeah, it's like he accepts the fact that Ahsoka's gone now. Everything that tied him back to being a Jedi is gone until like Return of the Jedi, but that's different. Yeah, I thought it was, and like also ending with the helmet being painted in like Ahsoka's likeness was a great touch as well.
Yeah.
What about Sonny
Yeah.
Kareem?
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, only thing that didn't like it kind of annoyed me was how he found a lightsaber.
Yeah,
Why didn't he find the all the guns that they pointed up to? Like, where did those go? I don't understand.
You mean the clones guns?
Yeah, they're all made of the same material. Like I don't understand where they went. Like if he had seen those, then he would have known that she was still alive. So I don't understand where they went. But other than that, I mean, it was a good ending, of course.
What'd you guys think of the animation?
The animation was just like after you see like when you rewatch the original movie from 2008 and how that animation has completely evolved towards like the end of the show within these 12 years, like you kind of it felt really cinematic, like as if you were watching an actual movie. Some of the shots that were in the show, I think that was great.
How'd y'all feel?
What?
Nothing. How'd y'all feel about that? I think it was that one episode. It's like I think it was like the siege episode when they were like did y'all when they were on that bridge and shit, and you had like Kenobi listen to like Anakin and shit like that. I thought that was like kind of smirky and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know if it wasn't like forced. I thought it was clever. It was like when Obi-Wan is like on the low, like necessarily on the low ground, and Anakin was like standing on top of the rock, like he was on the high ground or some shit. I thought that was funny. I don't know if that's what they meant, but like maybe
Josh,
like,
can you
oh no.
talk to the mic? It's kind of fading out.
I was saying the thing when they're on the bridge and like they're like and Obi-Wan's like out of luck and then Anakin reinforces him and shit like that. And, like Anakin's not afraid. Like it's almost like Anakin knows what's gonna happen. It's like Anakin's not afraid at all. Like he's like walking straight into the gunfire and like you know.
Yeah, like Anakin's cockiness. I can see that.
Anakin's cockiness. And also I was talking about how Obi-Wan is like hiding like under him, and like Anakin's standing on top of like the mountain of like rubble and like metal.
Oh,
And it's like Anakin has maybe this is just something I wanted to see, but it's like, oh, Anakin has the high ground now.
I guess. Yeah. So let's go back. In terms of the rest of the hallway fight with Maul against the clones, I thought that was really good too. It gave like the vibes from Vader in Rogue One, when he had the hallway fight with the rebels. But I feel like with this one with Maul, it's just like he's doing it without a lightsaber, and then he's like actually using like the walls of the ship to like protect himself, and then he's like decapitating, chopping off arms and all that shit. And I just thought that was really cool as well. I mean, pretty much anything with Maul has been cool.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Yeah, I mean,
really cool.
yeah, I like that part, especially the part where like the dude's hand was sticking out of like the vent or whatever you call it, and then like he just used and then he took the comms and started using them to figure out
Yeah.
where he was supposed to go. Like that was a nice touch. I feel like that was pretty cool.
I think for the last,
how'd
what were
y'all
you
feel
saying?
about Darth Maul? How'd y'all feel about Darth Maul backstabbing him in the end with the ship, and he had to find a different way off the thing that was crashing? Or that was actually.
I mean, I feel like it was.
I knew it was.
I knew it was funny.
It was pretty funny. Yeah, and then like I also found it funny when like the droids that they had, like they're just so frustrated. The clones were so frustrated with the droids, and they shot them down. I just found that funny.
Yeah.
But like I think for the last episode for Maul, I think it was like we were at a point where it's like there wasn't like too much for him to do. Like he had that one force scene in the hangar, not the hangar bay, like where the hyperdrive is, and then he used like the force to like pull it out and all that. I thought like for that it was like it felt like a lot like Star Wars Force Unleashed, like what Starkiller does in the game. I don't know. I think that was kind of intentional, but like You know what I mean? Like
I
I
mean,
feel like, huh?
I think it was like I think it was like I guess like the show like I get the like show Darth Maul's like overall power like in order to rip a whole hyperdrive out you have to be pretty strong, and it's like the fact that like he's not the one to like I guess like he's not the chosen one to like lead into the like that just proves how strong Vader is or whatever like that, or like the chosen one like if you because if you think about it like you see like his force of like you see his force he like his feats of like the force. It's like
Yeah.
the whole fight with the thing, him ripping a whole hyperdrive out one of those freighters and shit. Like how is this man not like at the top? But it's like then it's like Anakin is like overly powerful as well. So it's like it really just makes you seem like it kind of make it like people that use the light side of the force kind of sweet. I'm not gonna hold you like.
Yeah, no, that's actually so true though. They seem kind of soft. I'm not gonna hold you, bro.
Like outside of like like Mace Windu is strong, Yoda is strong, and then
Yoda's
Obi-Wan is strong, and then it's like and like that's it. And then Luke, but like Luke is like for obvious reasons. But like
But but Luke, god damn, they ruined him in Last Jedi. But yeah, we're not talking about
I
that.
I liked him the shit he did in this. I forgot the second movie when he did like the Force clone or some shit like that. And he like
Yeah.
traveled in time. That was hard. I like that, but that was like the only part of the movie I fucked with. And then like
My problem is the character, like how they treated him. But we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go
we
there.
want to talk about
Yeah,
we want to talk about character treatment. We're gonna talk about Leia automatic
and then also the fact that she was flying. Like what the
in
Oh,
hell?
space.
Leia flying, that was
Absolutely.
horrible.
No. We'll talk about the Last Jedi some other time. Let's avoid that. Let's avoid that rabbit hole.
Bro.
Huh?
Yeah.
Some other time. All right. So, is that how do we feel about anything else we liked about season 7? Anything we didn't like?
I mean, I feel like it was a good ending to a good series. Like to
Yeah, they really connected it well with episode 3. Like
yeah,
canon.
exactly.
It wasn't better than an edit though.
Shut up.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, how about we do this? Why don't we talk about some other stuff that we enjoyed from the rest of the series? Now I have a bunch of like episodes and arcs that I personally like, but I want to see what you guys say before I chime in. So, what were some of your favorite moments of Clone Wars? It's it's probably been a long time for you guys to remember. I know I recently rewatched the whole series. But like, let's see what you guys can come up with, and I'll help you
damn.
out.
Yeah, it was a while back, but
Yeah, right. It's been a long time.
So you could you could edit this out, right?
Uh, we'll keep it in, but like, I mean, I'll help you guys out, and then see if you guys agree with me or like you want to add in, if that's all right.
I'm not gonna hold you. I've just the last time I saw Clone Wars season 6 when it came out on Netflix. Like that was like
2014.
Yeah, so I haven't seen it in like 6 or 7 years. This is the first time we've seen Clone Wars again, so I don't remember a lot of episodes that happened.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so that's fine. I'll help you guys out, and then see if you guys can kind of remember based on the plot lines, if I can describe them properly. Um, what about you, Sonny? Because I know you recently rewatched the series.
it was still like a couple months ago. So I'm it's not like
Fresh.
yeah.
All right. Okay. So I'll start us off. Season 1, all the way back in 2008. I enjoyed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put in the description below. Actually, no, I'm gonna pin the comment down below of my personal favorite episodes and see if anybody else would agree later down the line. So in season 1, I enjoyed like the Ryloth arc where that was the one where Mace Windu and Obi-Wan, they go to a planet, and then you see the two clone troopers. They communicate with like a little girl on the planet, and they kind of like go through the courses of war. You guys remember that? God, it was really long ago.
Nah.
You mean the one with that little girl that was helping them?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
All right.
The I mean, yeah, that one was pretty good, but like, I mean, it was like,
Yeah. All right. And then next one in season one was Hostage Crisis. That one was the one where Cad Bane was introduced for the first time, and basically like he
yeah, Cad
kidnapped.
Bane, that's my nigga.
Yeah, that's where
He's
they
actually
introduced
tough.
Cad Bane is tough.
Yeah,
Cad Bane.
bro, that's the reason why he's the reason why I started watching the series. Like, it was because of Cad Bane. Cad Bane is so tough, bro. Because he
Now, when the
wasn't like a
trailer came out for that
To be
episode,
honest, like
exactly.
in the
That shit was
lowest keys,
tough.
I really that's kind of how I wanted Boba Fett to be in the original trilogy. Because like when I first saw Boba Fett, like the thing is like he looks cool. He has like all this like his armor is like really cool to look at, and he has like this badass voice. But like the problem was like with the original trilogy Boba Fett is like he didn't really do much in terms of like being a bounty hunter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, Boba Fett's
Like what I
garbage.
wanted Cad,
So,
he was kind of like what I wanted Cad Bane to be. Huh?
yeah, yeah, exactly. Cad Bane was like a smart Jedi, even though they're not as strong as them. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
So
exactly. Like,
this was the episode where Cad Bane captures the senators, and um that it was also where Anakin like he gave up his lightsaber to Padme, and he had to go through the place without being detected, and he had to fight the other bounty hunters without his lightsaber. So I thought that was pretty cool.
without his lightsaber, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I remember this one.
It's because that was retarded. I don't
I don't know why he gave his
understand.
lightsaber.
I still like.
I think like what
Why
did he
did
say? I think he said to Padme is
He's
like
on that dumb
I
shit.
give
I remember.
like it's my way of giving you my life, but yeah, it was. There's other ways you could do that.
It was
Season
retarded
two,
still. Exactly.
yeah, it was it was still a cool episode. Season two, more Cad Bane episodes. The Holocrons, where he breaks into the Jedi Temple to steal a holocron, and apparently, and like this is the one that shows like the
Oh, yeah, to find where the
future
younglings are.
the younglings
Yeah.
that are potential Jedi candidates. So that was like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, he really
basically,
outsmarted
Cad
Obi-Wan
Bane.
and Anakin. And like
Yeah,
Yoda too.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Yeah.
right.
That's the thing. He was always like 5 steps ahead of everyone else. That's why I liked him so much. And like
Yeah,
his plans also they made sense too. Like it wasn't like something that came out of the blue. Like he actually like it
it
actually
was
showed
planned
how
out.
he yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that was good. Next one was episode 11, lightsaber loss. This is the one. This is a solo episode of Ahsoka losing her lightsaber. I just personally liked how they were able to grow with Ahsoka, and like when she lost her lightsaber and then she had to find it. So that was cool. Um, I don't suppose you remember that.
No.
No, that's all right. Here, Shaq. Here.
Yeah, no, my shit
Um,
just went out. I was gonna say when I don't know, I don't remember, I don't know what episode number this was, but it was like a side episode that I thought was kind of funny. It was when Ahsoka had to save Jabba the Hutt's son.
oh, that was the movie.
Oh, I remember that one. That was the
I remember.
movie.
That wasn't the actual
That was
episode. All right.
Yeah.
That was actually
That one was
that actually had me dying. I'm not gonna hold you.
yeah, when she named him what's it, Stinky or something like that.
Yeah.
I
I
forgot.
was also
This was
wondering, like,
this was the worst rated Star Wars movie ever.
all right,
Rotten Tomatoes, but
that doesn't mean anything.
it's kind of like a guilty pleasure for me though. I don't know. That's just me.
It's also
I mean,
like,
to
like
me,
you
it
think,
wasn't really a movie.
like who gave Jabba
Yeah.
who gave Jabba the Hutt cheeks?
How
How would that even have some how would Jabba the Hutt even have sex? Would he just lay on top of you? Like that's actually
maybe it's the tail, yeah.
maybe it's the tail. He sticks it. That's disgusting.
He sticks the tail, yeah.
Okay, we don't need to get into
All
that. That's
We're not gonna talk about that.
just
It really is.
that's just actually disgusting, bro. What the?
That's hard.
Yeah.
Does he get hard or does he get soft? That's actually crazy.
Bro,
All right,
stop.
All right. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going.
We're talking
Hey,
about some
what
relevant
the
to Star
fuck?
Wars. Does Jabba the Hutt get hard or not?
All right, we gotta keep going. Let's see the arc with the Duchess of Mandalore, Duchess Satine. I personally liked her as a character, like giving Obi-Wan like a love interest. It kind of gave him more depth in terms of like him understanding kind of like how Anakin felt with Padme. But one issue that I had overall later, like mostly for the movies, is like he kind of understands Anakin's attachment to Padme, but he doesn't really do much with it. Like especially, you know what I mean? Like in the movies.
I mean, I ain't really watched the movies, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't really care.
All right.
Honestly, to me, like the movies are just not fire. So every time I try to watch them, they just bore me to death, and like I just gave up. I'm not gonna hold you.
All right.
Damn.
All right. That's fine.
Now the
So-
one episode I remember is I think it was 3 episodes with we had the 3 people. It was like the one middle guy, the father, and the 2 like.
Hello? Are we done?
No, I hear
What?
you. Shaq?
Yeah, I'm gonna. I was just.
Yeah, Sonny was just saying something about
The daughter was like the Jedi, and the other guy was like the Sith.
huh?
Oh, the Mortis arc, the gods,
Yeah,
the Force gods. Yeah,
Oh,
That-
I don't remember that one.
that was the Chosen One arc.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I'm
Yeah, that
confused.
was
I'm confused. Like that's when they found out. That was when they found out Anakin was the chosen one, right?
Yeah.
that was season 3. That was season 3.
But that's when they found out he is the chosen one, right?
Yeah. Well, until
Because like
Rise of Skywalker ruined that. But yeah, we're not gonna get there.
No, I'm just saying, like for the live action movies, right?
Yeah.
They know? Did they know it when he was a kid?
This
There's
was
a
like
lot of inconsistencies.
this was the arc that proved that Anakin was the chosen one. Well, until the sequels, but yeah.
I know,
But yeah, that's season 3.
So I'm
What?
asking, when he was a child and he was doing the fucking speed races and shit, isn't that when Obi-Wan knew already? Like, isn't that when they knew already? Isn't that why they took him off Tatooine?
Yeah. Like in terms of the movies, I think that was like the idea is like this kid is like a really good Force user. When we haven't really seen much of him, but I think like the arc in the show, with the Force gods, I think that was kind of like a way for them to show like actually physically how Anakin was able to easily balance the light and the light and the dark. I mean, and like he's like able to balance them. So that was like kind of the way the show wanted to show that. You know what I mean?
I suppose.
Yeah. Another arc I liked was the Boba Fett versus Mace Windu. It was just a good way for like tying that little rivalry with Boba Fett in the show, against Mace, especially when Mace Windu at the end of the arc, he like basically tells Boba Fett like, "I know I killed your dad, but get over it." Like in a badass way. Like I don't know. I just found that funny. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
How'd y'all feel about like just as a character, Asajj Ventress?
Asajj Ventress.
She actually just pissed me off. I'm not gonna hold you. She was kind of annoying.
Mm.
But at the same time, she was a good character though, because like it was a good foil to Ahsoka. She was a good foil to Ahsoka.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
found it interesting how like they took her character, making the apprentice of Dooku, and then how like eventually she learns about the corruption of the Sith, and then she becomes a bounty hunter at the end of her arc. Uh,
What
I mean,
happened to her, anyways? At the end of like, what happened to her? I forgot.
so she becomes a bounty hunter, and then eventually she has like she's met up with Ahsoka when she was found guilty
Yeah, I
of
remember that, but after that, I don't remember what happened.
yeah.
Like,
Then they haven't used her since, so technically we
oh,
don't know.
she just escaped. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that was just something that they didn't really elaborate on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's see what else. I enjoyed like the clones when they introduced the Arc 5 troopers, and like how we basically see like a squad of clones, and they eventually grow from cadets to rookies to clone troopers to Arc 5 troopers. That was pretty cool.
Mhm.
Um, I enjoyed another episode.
And my favorite character
What?
has to be Hondo. Hondo actually just like
Honda was hilarious.
Hondo is actually hilarious.
Oh yeah, I
He,
forgot
he's a
about
he's a
him.
fucking space. He's a space
Yeah,
pirate.
The pirate.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I enjoyed that too.
And it,
Like there was like
he's low key kind of racist because they wanted to make him like they try to give him dreadlocks and make him like sound like a Jamaican or like an islander or some shit. But you know, it's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
it was funny. It was funny. Like yeah, he had a lot of funny moments.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. That's and then also how he came back in Rebels and it was basically a troll the entirety of Rebels.
Oh, Rebels. Oh, you guys watch
Really?
Rebels? Oh,
Hey
There's
yo,
some good
they had
episodes.
that's what
uh,
we got
There's some good
uh,
episodes.
we got Ahsoka versus
uh.
Darth Vader. That was
I
one of the
know,
best
I
fights.
know, but it's Rebels, bro. They need to erase that shit from existence. Not gonna hold.
I mean, there's
They also
some good
left it
stuff
off at
when they bring in the Clone Wars stuff into Rebels, but other than
they
that, it's like
they
hit and
also
miss.
left it off on a tangent because apparently
It's
when
a large miss.
basically everything was undone by because I thought Ahsoka died in that season 2 finale, and then she comes back at the end, and Sabine has to go on a journey with her, and it made it seem like we were gonna get another season or like a spinoff or some shit, and we never did. I actually like Rebels.
Because it was
Don't disrespect.
All right,
When
all
they
right, all right.
brought Ahsoka and like,
It's nothing near the Clone Wars, bro. What are you talking about?
obviously,
Rebels
It
is
was
not
solid
good. It
though.
was garbage. It
I
was
never
not
say
solid.
bad.
It was bad, bro.
It was solid.
it was
It was
solid. Because you
I
have
didn't like it.
Darth death.
All right, all right.
Too.
Yeah, but
It was solid.
that was already something that happened in canon. Like they're just reiterating stuff that happened in canon. The only good parts from Rebels are stuff that's already happened in the canon. Like it's not actually
Yeah.
good.
She
All
did a
right,
good
all
job.
right. All for Rebels, all for Rebels. One arc that I liked was the when Ahsoka goes to the Separatists, to like a Separatist like planet, I think, and she learns from like a boy there that like, even the Separatists want to like end the war, like they don't want this war to happen, and like this is from before like where Ahsoka she has all this stuff about the Jedi are good, the Sith are bad, but then she learns that no, there are some people on the Separatists who don't want this war to happen at all. So that was like kind of what I had an issue with in the recent arc with the sisters, because like I feel like Ahsoka learned this lesson before that the Jedi may be doing good things, but they're not doing the best for everybody. So that was like my thing, because I feel like we've seen it before. If you understand what I mean.
I mean, yeah. We definitely did, but I feel like it was more like the point of it was more to show how people's lives were still moving on. And also I like the fact that it gave us a glimpse of what was happening like inside of Coruscant at the time. Like they don't really
I
show
guess,
that,
yeah,
but
that's true.
like in 1313 or whatever they call that joint.
Yeah,
Yeah. So like I kind of like the setting and like also like the mentality of the sisters. Like I could understand that. So
Right.
it wasn't bad to me. Like it was okay. It's just that, like you said, it could have gone on for a little bit less time. But to me, it was
Yeah.
like it was also a good break from the action because there was so much action in the beginning with like a little bit done, like if you know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah,
All right.
because really when they
Yeah.
no just keep going, just keep going.
All right. Yeah. All right. I enjoyed when they brought in Savage Opress as well with the Night Sisters. I think that was a cool thing. Savage was voiced
Oh
by
yeah,
Clancy Brown, and yeah, I
Savage
just thought
Press, bro. His name is just tough.
Yeah, his name is
tough. He
His
sound
name
tough.
is just tough, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know why, bro. Me and my brother used to always be like Savage Opress.
Yeah, that was good.
It's like nah, but
Then,
other
yeah, huh?
no, I'm just saying. Other than that, like honestly, he was kind of stupid.
He was kind of stupid, but
They like
he was kind of tough. Yeah. Let's see. Then we talked about the Chosen One arc with Sunny. That's what he mentioned. I also enjoyed the Citadel, like where how do I describe it? That was the one where a bunch of the some of the Jedi they freeze themselves in the carbonate, and then they had to use the droids to disguise themselves, and then they had to like go into to find like a separatist like holocron or something like that. I can't really remember how to describe it.
I don't
Um,
remember.
yeah, I think I described it really badly.
Yeah, I don't really
And then
remember.
another one I enjoyed was the Padawan hunt. Like Ahsoka gets trapped with a bunch of younglings, and like there's a bunch of like bounty hunters like trying to hunt them down. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
I don't actually.
So
It was
wait,
like
hold up. What?
it was like Ahsoka was captured by bounty hunters, and then she was placed on an island with the other younglings, and they were being hunted down
Oh,
by these bounty hunters.
and they had to escape.
They had to like escape. Yeah. Then you
Oh
see like
yeah.
Chewbacca. You see Chewbacca in that episode too.
Seriously? I
Yeah.
mean,
I
I
enjoyed.
barely remember this at all.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like season 3, back in 2010.
Yeah, that's
So,
yeah.
um, let's see, season 4, the Umbara arc. I really enjoyed Prong, the guy with the two lightsabers that were double bladed. And then he had like he was like really hard on the clones.
Oh,
And then he basically was trying to get both factions of clones to like shoot each other. But then when they realized that they were killing each other, then they teamed up against Prong, or however you say it. You remember that one?
no.
No. God damn. Uh, let's see. There was the other one, like Bounty Hunter Obi-Wan, when Obi-Wan
Oh,
was
I remember that one.
killed by a bounty hunter, but then they used his identity to make him a bounty hunter, and then he teamed up with Cad Bane in order to, and then he was trying to like prevent Chancellor Palpatine getting assassinated or something like that. You remember that? I know
Yeah,
Sonny does.
I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, because he had the whole like.
Sonny, you
Yeah,
gonna speak?
it had Cad Bane in that shit too.
Cad Bane, yeah. Everything with Cad Bane was pretty fire.
Yeah.
Sonny, you gonna fucking speak? Is Sonny even in the chat?
No, I can hear him. Can you hear him?
No,
No.
he's making a he's
So you can hear me, right?
I can hear you. Yeah.
I can't hear whatever. I can't hear what Sonny's saying.
Sonny said something.
Sonny, just talk louder,
What do you
bro.
mean? Alright, fine.
Can you hear him now?
No.
What do you mean no?
You still can't hear him?
Yes, I can't hear what he. Maybe I have to come back out and go back in.
All right. Let's see.
Alright, that might just be.
The end of,
Sonny.
yeah, the end of
That's
season
funny.
4 also introduced. The end of season 4 also introduced Darth Maul, and that fight with him, Savage, Asajj Ventress, and Obi-Wan. I really enjoyed that one. Like because like in that one, like Obi-Wan is like trying to go ham Darth Maul, and like he's just like he's trying to goad him into like trying to go against the Jedi code, but even though Obi-Wan understands like that's not the right thing to do, but he really wants revenge for the death of Qui-Gon, and yeah, I just thought that was like it was great to have that Obi-Wan and Maul dynamic show up in the show as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sonny, can you say something real quick?
Yeah.
All right. I can hear you now.
You
right.
actually couldn't hear him? I thought you were just being... That's actually funny.
Shaq, can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you. I'm good. Yeah.
That's enough.
All right, and then yeah, so that, and then season 5, you had it was focused mostly on Darth Maul. Yeah, like him and his siege on Mandalore, and him holding that dark saber, and having that fight against Pre Vizsla, and then eventually he chopped his head off,
That was
and then
hard.
that was pretty hard. And then
The dark saber
Maul,
in general is like because like the dark saber in general is always like like it's like tough to me because it's like it doesn't look like it's not like what is it, cylindrical. It's like it looks like an actual blade, like, which is tough.
yeah,
And that the whole fact the Mandalorians made it so they could challenge Jedi's is actually tough. Like,
yeah. And then this is also where Maul, he kills Duchess Satine in front of Obi-Wan.
yeah.
And I remember it hit me really hard because I like Satine as a character. And
Seriously?
then, yeah, I did. And then having like Obi-Wan, like, it's like, no, let's not kill him because I want him to like suffer with this kind of like this was his fault basically. So I thought it just made Maul a badass. And then the fight between him, Savage, and Emperor, why I keep saying
Emperor
Darth
Palpatine.
Sidious, Palpatine, yeah, yeah. So that was a good fight too. We also get like the younglings. We kind of see like how younglings they get their kyber crystals and then how they become Jedi, like how they eventually, like the process. I just thought it was like cool, like in terms of world building of Star Wars, like because we didn't really get to see that in the movies. So it was like a good way to show how do younglings like get their kyber crystals and how they train to become Jedi.
I don't remember any of this.
This is season 5, back in 2012, and then the Ahsoka arc where she's framed and she has to clear her name, and then eventually she walks
that
away.
one. Yeah, that was a good arc. I like that.
Yeah, that was like the
like-
last episode of Cartoon Network Star Wars. What were you saying, Sonny?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Yo, Shaq keeps coming in and out. All right. Shaq. Hello?
Hello.
Shaq?
Hello.
All right.
I just no, because my shit keeps on going in and out.
Yeah.
You got that
We're
Corona Wi-Fi.
We're almost done.
What do you think?
So do you remember that arc, like when Ahsoka was found guilty and she had to prove herself as innocent?
I just got disconnected and I had to reconnect. Could you repeat what all you said? Sorry.
I can hear you, Shaq. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I just had to reconnect though. I just
That's
reconnected
okay.
a couple minutes ago.
It's a learning process.
in 2 minutes.
Shut the fuck up. All right, go.
He's learning his internet is terrible.
Yeah, we had that joke, the McDonald's Wi-Fi.
Oh my god. Yo, Shaq,
right.
bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah. So, and then having her walk away from the Jedi at the end, especially since that was like the last episode for Cartoon Network, and we didn't know at the time that there was not going to be a season 6, and then eventually a season 7. It was kind of like a effective way to like tie it to episode 3, like having Ahsoka gone from Anakin's life before Revenge of the Sith, but it still felt like it was missing something. And then, yeah, but Yeah, that arc itself was a great Ahsoka moment.
Yeah.
Let's see. Season 6 was on Netflix in 2014. We had like this is like where Fives like he just one of the episodes he has like Fives discovering Order 66 and how it's going to be used to against the Jedi and nobody believes him. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I think so.
He, I mean, I remember someone discovered it. I didn't know. I didn't remember that it was Fives, and he actually told people. I didn't remember that part.
Yeah, because
He
like
actually,
Fives like
bro, the
in the
Jedi are
moment
actually retarded. That's another
because they
thing I
just
don't like. Yoda's supposed to be all powerful, but this man is literally right next to him, and he's doing all of this. And Yoda doesn't even know that he's making him do this. So it's
the dark side has
like
clouded my judgment.
it's so
The dark side
retarded to
clouded
me.
my
Like
judgment.
I don't understand. Like the
Yo,
dark side
Shaq.
can only do too much. Like some of it has to be some
Hello?
people just being dumb.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hello?
I guess. Yeah, Shaq, I
Hello?
hear you. Can you hear me?
Where's it raining?
Hello, Shaq.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello? I'm
Can you
back.
guys hear me?
Is he good?
The hell just
Yeah, and then having Fives like discover Order 66, especially since like we learn about him from season 3 onwards, and then
Hello?
hello.
Bro. I think this is good.
No, I think you can hear us.
Shaq, can you hear us?
I can't hear anything.
You can't hear anything.
Is anybody talking?
Yes,
Yes.
we're
Everybody's
all talking.
Soham.
hello, Shaq.
everyone's talking, Shaq.
Nobody, shut up. I can just hear you. Why the fuck is no one else talking?
You can hear who? Me laughing?
Can you hear Kareem?
Is it ending?
Shaq,
Hello?
Shaq, who can you
It's
hear?
almost
No,
over.
it's not
I
ending.
can't
Who
hear
can you
Kareem or
hear?
Oh my
Shaq.
goodness.
He's out.
Um, yeah, so having Fives like is he goes to Anakin Rex at the end of the arc, and he's trying to explain Order 66 is a thing, but then like Palpatine like gets like the squad to basically hunt him down and kill Fives, and then we don't really see like one Anakin like he hears about this Order 66, but he doesn't know what it is. Well, and he doesn't really believe it either. So I guess that's another flaw when you include that into the mythos. Is like now the Jedi are kind of aware of Order 66, but they still don't believe it. So yeah. So I see what you're saying, Kareem.
Yeah, exactly. It's just kind of like
They're kind of clueless.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. They're kind of stupid to be honest. Like they let themselves be like
They
put into a war by like one guy. It's only one dude who's making them do all of
the
this.
tragedy
Like
of the Jedi, the tragedy of
it's
Anakin Skywalker.
I mean it's not really a
But yeah,
tragedy. To me, like he just like I don't really care. In all honesty, I don't really care, bro. Like
all right.
it's less a tragedy and more niggas just being stupid as hell to me at least.
Yeah.
But it's just it
Um,
is what it is.
and then season 6 ended off with the Yoda discovering like the Force Ghost. How you have Liam Neeson voicing Qui-Gon again, which was fire. Um, and then you had Yoda basically going through like the good and the bad, like uh, learning like how to become a Force Ghost in the future. And the one issue it has, like in terms of the rest of Star Wars, it's like, did every other Jedi do this because you saw like how much Yoda did in order to become a Force Ghost, so it makes sense in that terms. So I could believe that Obi-Wan would be able to do that, but was Darth Vader able to do that? Luke kind of makes sense, but like Leia and then in the end of Rise of Skywalker, Kylo Ren was able to
I
become a
mean,
Force Ghost. Like that makes
it's just you just let it be, bro. Those I
yeah.
don't know, man.
It just
He
raises
said,
some
"Let it be."
questions. let it be. Yeah, you're right. All right. Those are pretty much my favorite episodes from seasons 1 through 6. Let's see. Some other characters. One thing that I wish they had, like, they there was like a deleted, well, not deleted, it was like an unfinished arc that they had, was Boba Fett versus Cad Bane. And they kind of had it like, so if you've ever seen Boba Fett's like photos, or like in the movies, Boba Fett's helmet is kind of like indented in the helmet. So Lucas like gave like an idea that Cad Bane was the guy who caused the dent in the helmet. So they had like a standoff between Cad Bane and Boba Fett, and yeah, so that would like explain the dent in his helmet was because of Cad Bane, and then Cad Bane would have died from that in the fight. So I don't know how you would feel about that, Kareem, since
I
you've
mean,
already.
I just the thing is, I don't really understand why they have to explain literally everything like to the
Yeah,
tiniest detail. Like the
right.
dude could have just had a dent because he was fighting, and then it got dented. It's never like
Yeah,
like that's
because
the
like
thing. Also, they tend to overcompensate for like stuff that's
yeah,
happening. Like not everything needs significance. Like some things can just happen. Like you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like that's
I
another
mean,
problem with like Star Wars as a whole. Like people want everything explained. It's like, bro, come on. Sometimes you just gotta like just it is what it is. Like you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like some of the major stuff should be explained, but like stuff to the tiniest detail like that, I really don't care. So
yeah.
like
I
yeah,
just wanted more Cad Bane, to be honest. But yeah,
yeah.
makes sense.
What I don't even remember what
Because we
happened
don't
to
know
him.
what happens to Cad Bane at the end.
Yeah,
Well, at least
exactly.
with the show. But like, because like, I think the last time we see Cad Bane was the Bounty Hunter arc, if I'm being honest, with Obi-Wan back in season 4. Yeah, so that's, I guess, it is what it is.
Yeah.
All right, so how do we feel about Clone Wars in general? Like the show in its entirety.
It's good. It was great.
Yeah.
Great.
I feel like it was great. I feel like it was actually like the best thing that happened to Star Wars, no cap.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, because like it just to me the movies are they're okay.
Eh.
But like exactly, they're just they're okay.
Depends.
The old movies are just old. So it's like they're good for their own in their own right, but at the same time, like they needed something for the new generation, and like this was
No, I
it,
I feel like
basically.
this animated style, like I feel like
Yeah,
they should really consider like this animated style works better for
yeah,
Star Wars,
exactly.
in my
No, it
opinion.
really
Because I
does.
feel like because like you could get like great actors to play great characters, like that's not impossible. But like the thing is, like Star Wars is so weird as a universe, like it's kind of hard to like, even though CGI is getting better and better nowadays, it's still not as like believable, if you know what I mean, like
Yeah,
compared to
exactly. Yeah,
animated. Like I feel like this
yeah,
animation, having this animation for um Clone Wars especially, was like a great way to, like, there's like a lot you can do here that you
doing
can't do in
in
live
a
action.
live action movie. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So one more thing before we close out. So now we know that Ahsoka here, she's going to be in The Mandalorian season 2. Have you seen Mandalorian, Kareem?
Nah, I haven't seen it. I need to watch it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna spoil anything for you, but like, yeah, Ahsoka is supposed to be in season 2 of
Yeah, I heard.
Mandalorian. And I just have like, my one thing about Ahsoka is like, Ahsoka is such a great character, but like I feel like Disney's going to use Ahsoka in the wrong way, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, because she's a powerful female character, but I feel like based on what we've seen from the sequels, is like, I feel like they're going to do something to Ahsoka that we probably are not going to appreciate, if that makes sense.
I mean, we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, I definitely agree that this animated they really should do something with this animation down the line. Whatever it is, I hope it's composite. Like the Darth Vader thing, I mean, it would be cool to see Darth Vader's like his early years in this animation because like the animation for Darth Vader himself is really good. And I think it could be interesting for people to see what was like the early stages of Darth Vader's character like. Because especially
Yeah,
since like the gap
but
between episodes 3 and 4 is 19 years, so there is like 19 years of development there.
I
What were you
mean,
saying?
honestly, I feel like they made it pretty clear because he just
It was
killed all
pretty
the
clear.
younglings. So it was like
Yeah.
at that point, that's the thing. At that point, when you're killing a whole bunch of kids like that, to me, you become less of a character and just more like a caricature of just any evil person. Like it doesn't matter who you are really.
Hmm.
But that's
What do you
like
think,
Yeah,
that's what
Sonny?
like nah, but if they had like a Darth Vader animated series, I would watch it.
Oh yeah, I would watch it.
uh,
Um, all right.
I mean, to me, he's not that interesting. We already know he's just gonna kill everybody who goes in his way. Like he's interesting to watch as a villain, but I don't think he'd be interesting to watch as like a protagonist in a series.
Yeah,
But you never know.
that makes sense. All right. Well, that was a long discussion about Star Wars: The Clone Wars and a little bit of other stuff from Star Wars. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Um, some outros. Sonny, would you like to plug anything in?
Uh, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Swish 3 S's, 3 H's.
And Kareem.
Uh, my Instagram and Twitter at KRM_Wade. I got music snippets coming out in the next 2 weeks. So
All right, all right, all right. And Shaq or Eddie.
Shaq's not
He's
here.
not here.
Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna do it for him. He has Instagram and Twitter, DSG_Eddie. And all the links are down below in the description below. Thank you for watching the video. This was the Scion Review Core #1, and I hope to see you soon. Peace out.